Hello, welcome to Whip Wednesday. I know I'm going to get questions. What is Whip Wednesday? What is a whip? Um, all that jazz. Also, bear with me because I'm using my laptop to record. My phone is completely out of storage and I don't have time to go through everything right now. So we're just doing it on my laptop. So if the image quality is poor, if the sound quality is poor, I'm so sorry. So a whip is a work in progress, WIP. And I have a ton of whips. So what I did for a while was like batch cut a bunch of different projects and then put them in Ziploc baggies by sizes and all of that. And then I would get busy on a different project and not come back to these whips, these works in progress. Also, I have a tendency to get almost done with a project and then not want to like hem the sleeves or do like something super easy that would take 10 minutes to do. So it just sits for like 3 months at a time. Sorry, I have the hiccups. My pregnancy belly has the hiccups a lot. So I don't have a bunch of time. My 3-year-old is in preschool, but it's only 2 hours a day. So I have to go get him soon. But I have one whip that we can work on today. This is literally almost done. Like, why have I waited so long to do this? I don't know. It is a open shirt. There are a few issues with this shirt because the pockets are uneven. You can't really tell on camera, but like when it's laying down, you can. But it's fine. It's for a 3-year-old and it's kind of wonky, but kind of cute at the same time. It has this blue hood. So what we need to do with this project is hem the sleeves. So right now it's just raw sleeves. So we need to fold it over and hem them. Easy. I don't like doing it, but it's easy. So yeah. So both of the sleeves need done. And then the bottom edge, you can see it needs also hemmed. Easy. Don't like doing it, but it's easy. And then it just needs buttons. So you can either do snaps or buttons. I think I'm going to do buttons because snaps just, I have a hard time with snaps personally. So the buttons are easier for me. The snaps are easier to get on, but I feel like they never stay correctly or they like fall off or I don't know. I'm probably doing it wrong. So yeah. Anyway, this is for my 3-year-old. Hopefully it still fits him. I made this like in the beginning of fall and it is now the end of February. So it's been a solid few months since I even started this project. I think it's a size 3. I haven't tagged it yet because it's not finished. But I think I made it a size 3. But what's really cute about it is I made him a backpack out of the same Sesame Street fabric for school, so he can just match his little backpack. My goodness, how cute is that going to be? Okay. Yeah, so let's just get started. I have my coffee. I have a Coke Zero. And I have a water because we like to be hydrated. And then because I'm pregnant and my blood sugar keeps dropping, I have some cheese. So if you see me eating and drinking, just go with it. I'm going to unplug my heater. 1, because it's loud, and 2, it's like going to be warm today, so I don't want to get overheated. Okay. I'm going to try my best with this whole camera situation because I have a big laptop. It might be hard to like get a good angle at the sewing machines, but we're going to try. Like, why not? Out of breath already. Okay. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is hem. It's so much easier if you iron the edges. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Sometimes I don't like, let's be honest. I like to cut corners. But I have this little mini iron here. It's a Cricut mini press or something. So it makes it a lot easier than my regular big old iron. Since I've gotten this, I do like to iron a little bit more. This is like when I'm ironing a full project or like making bows or something, but this works so much easier getting into the little hems and little seams. So I'm going to grab my pressing mat. I love this thing. It actually just came with my heat press, but it works perfectly. I have an ironing board, which I also really like. It's just like a tabletop one. It has legs that come down. But when I'm only doing like a small portion, I love this mat. So much easier. I just hang the ironing board underneath my table. It works perfectly. I'm looking for, okay, my lint roller. I'm gonna roll this a little bit. Okay, so this whip, this work in progress, has been sitting in a box for months. I really like it. Like my pockets, I have made several of these shirts. This is probably the best the pockets have looked, other than them being like uneven. I think I just did a really good job on the pockets. So I'm very happy about that. I need to go through and like trim all the threads and all of that, which will definitely be at the end. So I'm going to, I guess, fold over. Let's see if we can get a better angle. That's a little better. So what I should do is fold over twice to make it a very clean edge. So I do one of two things. So fold over twice, or I run through the edge with my serger. I couldn't think of the word. To clean up the edges, because this very frayed, very, very frayed. And it will just get worse over time. So I'm just going to fold it up like a quarter of an inch all the way along and just really iron it, get it to stay. And then I'll go back through and fold it up like another maybe half an inch. And then I'll be able to pin it after I iron it again. I'll pin it with my sewing pins, and then I'll be able to sew it. I have the theme song to Sesame Street stuck in my head right now. which is funny. I never watched it as a kid. I was a Barney person, and then my kiddo doesn't really watch it, except like on YouTube Kids. Sometimes Elmo will be on there, but it's like the Elmo's World, so it's a different theme song. So it's just funny that I have it stuck in my head. It's also funny that I made his backpack Sesame Street because he doesn't watch it. But I thought it like this fabric was so cute, and it's very like I don't know, when I think of preschool, I think of like Sesame Street and like those old 90s preschool stuff. So I don't know. It's whatever. I did it. Um and to be fair, he didn't really have like we didn't watch a lot of TV and stuff back then when he started preschool, which was in September of this last year of 2022, when he turned 3. But like 3-year-olds don't have a lot of opinions, or at least mine didn't. He was 2 when I made it because I had to make it before he turned 3. But now, if I were to make him a backpack, it would be most likely Peppa Pig or like dinosaur. He loved dinosaurs before, but I didn't want to make a dinosaur one because everything he has, everything like his nursery is dinosaur, everything is dinosaur all the time. So I wanted something different, but now it would be like Peppa Pig. He likes Daniel Tiger. He really likes this show called Gigantosaurus, which is dinosaur, of course, but it's like a Disney little TV show. And he likes the Disney movie The Good Dinosaur. That's his favorite. But he also likes Monsters Inc. He started really getting into Monsters Inc. So that would make a cute backpack. But to be frank, I don't know if I'm going to make a backpack again next year because like I'm not going to make him carry a Sesame Street one again, but they're very expensive to make, like almost $100 worth of material. I think when I counted it up, it was like $70 worth of material. And that doesn't include my time that it takes to do it. And it's a lot of work, like a whole backpack. Like I'll have to show you. If you go onto my Instagram and scroll down for a little ways, you'll be able to see it. I made a Sesame Street one and I made a Harry Potter one. The Harry Potter one, I am so out of breath. The Harry Potter one I made first as kind of like a practice run. So that one has more like kinks and stuff. But the Sesame Street one is so good. He still carries it. It's getting a little beaten up because he carries it to school every day, 4 days a week, and he carries it as like a diaper bag as well. So it gets a lot of use. This part is so boring. But it's got to be done. See, this is, I just like to sit down and sew. And so, like, cutting fabric, hate doing it. Ironing fabric, hate doing it. I just want to sew. But I think, like, that's why I wanted to start this, like, Whip Wednesday, because if I don't, like, make myself do it, it would never get done. And this would be sitting in my basket, my box, until the end of time or until I just decide to scrap it, which doesn't help anybody. Like, what is the point if you're not actually going to make, like, it got so far on this, you know? So anyway, there's a lot of projects in there that are like so close to being done. So if I just do one a week, like I'll get a lot done. There's one that's like so cute, but I just ran out of one of the fabrics. So it just needs like a teeny tiny little black. And I bought the black way back when I ran out of it. And I just never restarted it. The project. Okay, so I'm going to pin it to kind of help hold it in place. I'm turning off my iron for now. It warms up really fast, so I don't have to worry about it like waiting on it later for a different time. So I usually sell like certain styles of clothes in my shop, but I definitely could make customs. So if you ever want like a custom shirt or custom pants, like I don't have Sesame Street in my shop, but there are a ton of cute Sesame Street fabrics at the store or online even that I can get and make something. Like hoodies, I don't typically have them in my store. So my thing is that it would be nearly impossible to list in my shop every single thing I could make, you know, like, because I could make a billion things. So if you ever want like a custom order, just message me. I have a Facebook group and I have Instagram, my Etsy. You can always message me on my Etsy. Just anywhere. I'm using my son's dinosaur blanket because this chair sometimes gets cold down here. So I use it as like a sitting thing. He doesn't mind. I hope he doesn't mind. He hasn't said anything yet, but he also is nonverbal, so he probably wouldn't say anything. Okay, so it looks like I've just been using white thread with this, which is perfect because I don't want to switch my threads. I'm switching my presser foot to the regular one. I have a finishing foot, which I use to finish. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but I call it that. And I set my stitches. Okay. Yeah, this will work. Hopefully it doesn't shake. This is like a big countertop, but it might shake. Hopefully not. Let's see. We'll start from one end. And we'll go to the other. So I'm going to try to do it right at the top where the fold is. That way it catches the, what do you call it? The 1/4 inch fold. Okay. It's literally going to take like no time at all. And then I'm going to be kicking myself for just not finishing it before. I love making his clothes because like his teachers at school always comment on them. It just makes me happy. He doesn't mind because he is 3 and it makes me happy. So who cares? It makes me extra but it doesn't bother anybody. So like I'm not bothering anybody with my love of making clothes. I'm just going slowly because this hem is a little weird, like it waves up and down just because the style of the shirt, that's what it does. So yeah, so I'm just going slowly because I don't want it to like crease on the other side. We are almost to the end here. And then I'm going to backstitch to make it extra secure. Okay, it looks pretty good. I don't know if you can tell what I mean by it, like it waves, so like it goes like this kind of, which makes it so much harder to hem. Okay, so for the sleeves, I could do the same thing, but it is really hard to double roll. So I think I might just go along the edges with my finishing stitch instead of my serger. And then, so I changed the presser foot and then just hem it from there. So I changed my stitch to a better like finishing stitch. And then I'll just go along the sleeve edges and kind of like finish them. So it'll look sort of like this, except this was done with the serger. So it just looks nicer than the arms, but you'll be able to see this like when the kiddo is wearing it. And so you want it to look nicer. Whereas the inside of the armband, you won't be able to see. So it's preference really. And this is just going to be easier for me to just do it on my sewing machine instead of flipping over to my serger. So I have the new foot in. I changed my setting to a different stitch. I am out of breath. And it is like 9:12 in the morning, and I'm already on my first Coke Zero. That is how you know it's going to be a long day. I have been having such trouble with insomnia. I had it really bad with my last pregnancy with Carter. I couldn't sleep at all. I would either not be able to fall asleep at all, or I would wake up every day at 3 a.m., no matter what. And I took medicine and everything, and it just never helped. But this pregnancy, I've been luckier and haven't had insomnia as much. But this last week, I'm 29 and 5 days now, or something like that. So 29 weeks and 5 days. And it has hit me hard. I woke up, like, for the past week, I've woken up at 2:30 and just couldn't go back to sleep, which is awful. But last night I woke up at midnight, like 12 o'clock almost on the dot. Carter wasn't. So sometimes I wake up because Carter is like whining, or he like lost his pacifier or something, and so I have to go get it for him. But last night, nothing. It was just me. I fell asleep really easily. I turned my phone onto like do not disturb mode, and I made sure like no apps were messaging me, like nothing. I couldn't get a phone call, nothing. So, and one of my problems is like I think of something and I'm like, oh, let me look it up on my phone. So I just put my phone on like do not disturb sleep mode or whatever. And so that helped me fall asleep because I didn't touch my phone at all. Sorry, I cannot breathe. But then I woke up at midnight, probably had to pee or something because pregnancy. Could not go back to sleep at all. Could not go back to sleep. I laid there. I didn't turn on the TV. I didn't touch my phone. I didn't read a book. Like I did nothing, but I could not turn off my mind. Like everything was like, oh, I need to do this for the baby nursery. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do this. Like just a million things of like what I need to do for my business, what I need to do, blah, blah, blah. And then I would like think of things, like I just could not shut off my brain. So finally at 2:30, that's 2.5 hours of just laying there. I tried counting like in my head to 100. Like I counted to 100 3 times. Like I could not go to sleep. I tried breathing. I tried stretching, everything. Could not go to sleep. So finally at 2:30, I was like, all right, I'm going to turn on the TV to like turn off my brain because I just could not stop thinking. And I was like, if I listen to the TV, at least I won't be listening to my brain. So I turned on the TV and just laid there with my eyes closed and was watching like something stupid like Bob's Burgers or something. And finally at 4 o'clock in the morning, I fell back asleep. And then I woke up at 6:30 to start my day. So I am tired. It has been just one heck of a week. I'm just so afraid. Okay, this is going to help the ends of my seam not be so frayed. And then I don't have to roll it, which just makes my life easier. I'll have to roll it, obviously, when I go to, like, actually hem it, but other than that, I won't. Okay, that's one sleeve. Let's do the other. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, I gotta change my presser foot again to the original regular old presser foot. And then I'm gonna change my stitch back to the regular one. And then now I'm going to roll the edges probably about 1/2 inch. To the inside. I have gotten better at like hemming since I didn't do this one. Like I didn't do this because I didn't like it. I wasn't very good at it. It was just all chaos. But I've had to do it a million more times since then. And so I have gotten better at it. So it doesn't feel like quite as big of a burden now. Okay, one sleeve is done. Is pinned. And then we'll pin this next sleeve. And after this, it's just buttons. So we can pick out what buttons we want to use. We've got a few different options. I usually just use the wooden ones because they match everything and they're cute and they say handmade with love. So then everyone knows it was handmade with love. I just put, I usually just quarter it. So I put 4 pins in. You could probably get away with just doing 2, but I like the extra security. I don't like when it moves around when I'm sewing because then it can cause like a really weird crease and it really could just ruin the look. And then it looks handmade in not a good way. So you want it to look handmade, but like in a cute way. Not in a, oh gosh, did she make that herself? Wait. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this under here. Let's see. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I might turn it inside out, which I should have done before pinning it. I'm gonna poke my fingers. Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, this will work much better. Sometimes you just need like a good angle to go at it with. It's not a great angle to see on the camera, but that's all right. So I'm going to backstitch to just get it really in there. Then I'm just going to carefully and evenly, slowly go around the edge here and try not to make creases. Oh, shoot. back stitch to secure it. Ah, got an itch. Okay. And then my next one, I'm just going to go ahead and turn it inside out because it definitely works better that way. I made my first Temu order at like app that's like from China or whatever, kind of like Wish or Shein or whatever. So I made my first order yesterday. Hopefully everything comes correctly. I didn't get any like craft stuff because I couldn't find anything that I actually needed. Maybe in the future I will, but I didn't find anything. But I found a lot of baby stuff. So some like cloth diapers, which are super expensive, but they were like pretty cheap. So I'm hoping they work well. We plan on cloth diapering the new baby, or at least like semi-cloth diapering, like for around the house, and then out and about we would probably do disposable, but we don't get out and about very often, so it would mostly be cloth just to save some money. I also have made a few cloth diapers, and I have a ton of fabric and stuff to make more. I just haven't had time. So I need to take some time out before the baby comes in like 10 weeks to make some more stuff. I really haven't made a lot of stuff for her. And I have so many projects in mind. So I really want to take like a week off or something from working and just extend like turnaround times for a week, just for 1 week for orders, and make just a whole week of baby items extravaganza. There's like so many ideas, so many projects. Like I've bought some patterns that I want to do. Maybe that will be a video in the future of like going through what I want to make. And then maybe like another video in the future is like what I actually made. Because it really is hard to find time to make stuff that you want to make when you have so many things that you have to make, like orders and stuff. So it makes it a little more difficult. That sleeve looks so good. That sleeve looks so good. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with this whole thing so far. Okay, so next, I'll move this out of my way so I can kind of see what's going on. Next up is the buttons. So we have some options here. These are my buttons. Okay, so we have, for the size that we need, which is a small size, we have these wooden buttons that say handmade with love. Cute. So we could do 5 of those. We have these blue buttons, which don't exactly go with the turquoise that's on here, but it does match like the Cookie Monster or Grover or something. So like it could match. We've got these red buttons that would match Elmo. We have white buttons, which white always matches. We have black. I don't think black is going to be our answer, so I'm not even going to put them on there. So what I'm going to do is like lay these on here and just kind of see. Let's move up to the counter. We'll be able to see better. Okay, so it will kind of be folded over like this. So when it's laying flat, I'll show you, you can really see the difference in the pockets. Look at it, it's so wonky. It'll be fine, but it's just so funny. Okay, so I really think I'm just gonna go with the brown, like the wooden one. It's very neutral. I don't know though, because it doesn't really go with it. Maybe the white. I think the white, honestly. I think I'm going to go with the white. If you had the choice, what would you choose? Sorry, the lighting is like terrible here. I don't know if you can even really see very well. There's the wooden one. There's the white. It just kind of blends in really well. There's the red. And there's the blue. The blue isn't bad. I didn't think the blue would look good, but it's not bad. I don't like the red. Maybe the blue. I think I'm gonna lay out 5 blues and see. I didn't think the blue would be it, but because it's different than this blue. But I think like contrast wise, it really looks good. So we would start up here. Yeah, I do. I think it's going to be blue. You see them? It looks really good. Okay. Yeah, we're going with the blue. So I don't remember if it goes like which side the buttons go on and which side the whatever the holes go on. I mean, I don't think it really matters. I think there is like a specific like right way to do it, but okay. I like where they're at. I'm going to use a permanent marker because I don't think my other markers will show up. I'll try the purple. It has disappearing ink in it. I need like a really good like air erasing marker. Okay. That one kind of worked. Yeah, this one will do. I'm just going to match it up on the other side as closely as possible. Okay, so one side will be the buttonholes and one side will be the buttons. I always forget like how the buttonholer works, like if it goes forward or backwards. So to practice, I just grab a scrap piece of fabric, which I don't have any sitting around, but I will grab one. And do I have any fabric? I literally cannot find scrap fabric in my fabric room. Okay, let me look a little bit more. We'll just use this piece. There's gonna be a block for a bow, but it's fine. I don't really make girl stuff, but I was gonna make a bunch of bows for the new baby. Okay, so I have this foot, which is a buttonholer. I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's what I call it. And so you just put the button in there. You pick the stitch for a buttonhole. I'm going to pick number 30. Okay, I know that you bring this down. There's like this piece here that goes up or down. I know you bring that down. Okay. I changed that. So I feel like I'm moving around. I'm like rolling backwards here. I'm on an incline. Okay, so my start is right here. Does it go forwards or backwards? Sweet. Okay, and that's what it will look like. So it goes that way. I don't want to lose all my buttons here. So I have 5 buttons, and one of my buttons is in here. So my other 4, I set over here for safekeeping. So I'm going to start with the buttonholes here. So basically I don't have to do much besides like kind of guide it, but not even really. So like I just put my foot down and kind of make sure the fabric doesn't fly, which it wouldn't. So I do nothing, basically, is what I'm saying. If the fabric was thicker or stretchy, you would probably need to have more of a grip on it. But that is not the case for this fabric. I mean, it slows itself down and everything. Like my foot is just on the pedal, and that's it. Okay, that was 2 buttonholes. Three buttonholes. So there's 2 more left. I'm just flying through. Again, this was something that I was like too, I don't know, just it doesn't take very long and I should have done it, but I didn't want to. So it felt like a burden. Okay, so I'm going to go through, trim the threads, being careful not to cut the actual like seam, because then you'll have it'll just come undone. And there is no reason for that. Just makes life harder. I have done it before. Actually, after we trim the seams, we need to get our seam ripper and rip out make the actual hole. So this is kind of just a guide for the hole, and it keeps it from like fraying and all of that. Then we have to actually rip out the hole, and it has gotten away from me before, and I've had to redo them because I've ripped too much. My stomach is making weird noises, so I apologize if you can hear that. My scissor is also making funny noises. There's like all kinds of funny noises up in here. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and go through and see if there's like extra threads that need to be trimmed, just because I am currently looking. Oops. Looks good. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how cute this is. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my seam ripper. That's one thing I could have ordered on Temu, was seam rippers. They're fairly inexpensive anyway, but you can never have too many. Okay, and so I just poke a hole in the middle of the like rectangle here. Don't catch any of that thread, otherwise it will all come undone. And then I just slide it to the other end without catching any of the thread. Now you have a hole where a button can go. But yeah, you just want to be super careful. So if you go too far or too quickly, it will rip the thread. Then you just have to make the whole thing over again, and it's hard to get it in the exact same place. All right, I've got all 5 of the holes done. Now we just need to add the buttons, and we're like right at the 1 hour mark, so this really took no time. Obviously, it would be much quicker if I wasn't chit-chatting the whole time. Okay, so I'm going to change the foot again. I need it back to the original. There's my regular presser foot. And I'm going to put this thing back up because I don't need that anymore. I'm going to take my button out of this. I always forget and leave it in there. And then I'm like, where's my 5th button? Okay, I'm going to put this to a zigzag stitch. And then I'm going to turn off the feeder, which is what makes it like go through. I don't know. Oh. Okay. I don't know why I put that foot on there because I need a buttonhole foot or a button foot. Which is this like little tiny thing here. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. So what you do is you put the foot on. I've turned off the feeder so it won't pull through. And then you put the button on the mark you've made. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to slowly, like, using there's a turnstile over here. I'm going to slowly make sure the zigzag goes between the 2 holes. And I'm going to, once I know that it does, which this one does, so I don't have to adjust, like, the width. If it was a big button, you would have to adjust the width. But refer to your manual if you need help. I'm just going to do, like, 10 stitches through it. And then I'm going to turn it because there's 4 holes actually. And it fits well, so we'll do like 10 more. And there is one button done with a bunch of thread sticking out of it. So we'll fix that though. So let's move on to the next button. Okay. Adjust it how you need it and then let her rip. You just don't want to go fast at first and then have your needle hit the plastic and break. But once you know it's in the right spots, then you can just go ham. See, that hit the plastic. So if I would have just put my foot to the metal, it would not have gone well. Okay, 2 more left. I mean, this is a tedious project. Not quite as fun as just zipping through, but it's not that hard. And it's necessary, obviously. The shirt would not be complete without it. And the whole point of making shirts is to make them complete. Okay, last one. Then we'll trim up the thread and then be done. We'll put it on the mannequin, see how it looks. That'll be fun. I love having that mannequin. I got it for Christmas from my husband, and it was kind of funny because it was on my list, like my Amazon wish list, because I was just using my 3-year-old. He literally hates being a model. He hates his picture taken. It's very inconvenient for him. He thinks he'd rather be doing other things, which is understandable for a 3-year-old. And so I put it on my Amazon wish list just for me, for like the future. And my husband saw it and bought it So I was like, all right. So I got it for Christmas, one of my presents. And I'm obsessed. I use it all the time. And now it's funny if I set up a little area upstairs in front of my fireplace to take photos for the mannequin. Like I have a cute background and everything upstairs. Then my son wants to get in the middle of the picture, which is just funny because he never, like if I wanted a picture of him, no, he would be running away from the camera. But if I want a picture of a mannequin, he wants to be all up in it. So I think it's typical 3-year-old, just want to do whatever you don't want him to do. So I have a lot of pictures on my phone because he's cute. He's so cute. My son, not the mannequin. The mannequin's cute too, but so I have a ton of pictures of like him with the mannequin, just being silly. Which is why my phone storage is completely full and I have to use my laptop for streaming, which is fine. I do need to go through my phone at some point this week. I probably won't do it today. I just have a lot of orders I need to work on. And since I took the time out to do this instead of orders, I feel obligated to like actually do orders too. Okay, let's dress a mannequin and see what it looks like. I'm so excited. Okay. First, I have to undress the mannequin because there it is in the little Easter outfit, which is available on my website and on Etsy. So all the links are in the description down below. Don't know why I'm locking it. Okay. I'm going to take off his little shirt. It says too hip to hop. I found the design on Etsy and bought it and put it on there. And then same for the pants. It's just the same design. Okay. Okay, you are definitely going to be able to see how wonky the pockets are. That's okay. Look, the pockets. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. Okay, this one's like way low. This one's like way high, but other than that, look how cute it is. We can just pretend like we meant to do the pockets like that, although it definitely doesn't look like you meant to. Like it definitely looks like, the heck did you do? This will be fine for him. Like for playing and stuff, it'll be fine. I definitely, if this was an order, I would have taken the pocket off the second I saw it. So if you make stuff and sell them, definitely don't do that. Definitely do the best. But for my son, they're good enough. How cute. I don't know if I'm even going to take photos of it because it is so wonky. That's what the back looks like with the hood down. That is so cute. That's what the front looks like. I'll hold it down a little bit. Yeah, super cute. I like it. And just needed to finish it, huh? Now it's all good. So, yeah, thanks for joining me on this Whip Wednesday. If you watch it back, let me know what projects you're putting off, like what works in progress. It doesn't have to be sewing related. I feel like we all have like just stuff we need to do that we don't want to do. Also, tell me what I need to make next. I don't make enough of these shirts. So, okay. Yeah, thanks for joining. All of my links are in the description below. Instagram, you can find me at Boys Club Boutique. Facebook is facebook.com/groups/Boys Club Boutique. Etsy is boysclubboutique.etsy.com. And my website is handmadebykelsey.com. So, yeah, hit me up. Message me if you need a custom order. Leave a comment below if you just want to say hi. And yeah, I appreciate you being here. And let's do this again next week. Hopefully, consistency is key. And I am not a very consistent person. So we'll see. Yeah, anyway, thank you for watching and we'll see you later.